welcome back to my channel. So good to have you with me today. I'm doing another video. This time I'm going to be reviewing two eyeshadow palettes that I'm going to be mixing. The first is the Butter London Little Londoner. It's a little cute 4-pan shadow. It's got a gold. It's got like a muted pink. It's got a shimmer brown and a shimmer green. I don't know if you can see that. And then I'm going to be mixing it with some of the colors in this Wet n Wild color icon. It has a name, and it is Lights Off. And it's really pretty. It's very similar to the Butter London palette I'm using with it. It's got a lot of mostly metallics, 2 mattes right there and there, and that one's a matte. But these are all shimmers. And yeah, so we're just gonna have fun and play with those. And I'm gonna start by priming my face. For primer, I'm gonna be using the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Light Infusing Primer. Now this primer, it has like a luminescent effect to it. It almost makes me afraid to put it on my face because of my oily skin. I'm afraid it'll just make me look shinier, but I've used it a few times and it actually doesn't. So yeah, I like it. It gives kind of a glow underneath your foundation. Foundation, I'm going in with this Jouer Essential High Coverage Cream Foundation. Now I've used this before, and I like the coverage. It does cake a little bit in my fine lines and around my nose for my oily skin, but I'm all about second chances, so I'm going to give this, actually this will be a third chance today. It's pretty liquidy. It's not too thick. Taking my damp beauty blender and just going to pick some up and start tapping on. It's a little darker than I would like it to be. But as you can see, the coverage is really, really, really good. Okay, foundation is on. And now I'm going to be going in today with, because my Tarte Shape Tape's all gone, I have to go to Ulta. But I'm going to be going in with this Instant Age Rewind Effaceur Corrector Multi-Usage by Maybelline. It's a great concealer. It does make my eyes water sometimes though, so I'm hoping that doesn't happen. Now I'm just going to blend that in with the same beauty blender I used for my foundation. Okay, concealer is on. Now I'm going to set my face with my Fenty Pro Filter loose powder. I'm just going to use a Power Puff. I always want to say Power Puff. Powder Puff. Just setting the foundation. Okay, I'm going to set, I set my face with powder. Now I'm going to set my under eyes. And I leave a lot of powder on, as you've seen in my other videos, just so that when the eyeshadow falls out onto my cheek, I can just brush it away with the powder. So that is why I do this crazy looking step. First, I'm going to do my brows off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, my brows are on. Now it's time for the fun part, the shadow. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to take some tape, and I'm going to tape from the outer corner of my eye to the tail of my eyebrow, just so that when I take it off, it's a snatched line of eyeshadow. So I'm going to do this real quick. I don't know if this is going to stick over all this powder, but we're going to, no, never mind, it's not going to stick. I'm going to have to use my other little trick, and that is what I'll show you right now. I'm going to take this little angled beauty blender, and I'm going to dip it into my Pro Filter powder. It's damp, and I'm going to make, there we go. You see that? That way I have kind of a guide for where my eyeshadow should stop. This is a really good tip if you have a hard time controlling where the eyeshadow is going, like I do. Because with my hooded eyes and my other problem areas of my eyes, they're just really hard to do. So this step for me is essential. Okay, so time for shadow. My eyes are prepared. I put on my P. Louise base, and I'm ready to play with shadow. First, I'm going to go in with, these don't have names, so first I'm going to go in with this chocolate brown color. And I don't know if I've ever used Wet n Wild eyeshadow. I use their contour stick, I use their black bronzer, I use their highlighting powder, and a few lip glosses, but honestly I don't think I've ever tried a Wet n Wild palette, so here we go. And again, just using that powder there as a guide as to how far I should go out with my shadow. So just applying it to the corner, and then I'm going to bring it in. Without picking up any more shadow on my brush. Okay, next I'm going to go in with the same brush in this color here. It's like a muted brown, and I'm going to use this to kind of diffuse the brown I just put on. I'm just going to put it right over the top. And actually, you guys, the fallout is not that bad. I've spent a lot more on eyeshadows that have way more fallout than this Wet n Wild, so interesting. Okay, for my lid, I'm going to go in with this Little Londoner, Baby Londoner. And I'm going to use this one right here. It's a gold on my lid, and it's called Notting Hill. I wet my brush with some setting spray just because, as I always say, metallics set better with a little bit of wetness to them. Ooh, that's pretty. That's really, really a pretty color. I'm going to go in with my other eye. So far my eye isn't watering that bad, so fingers crossed. Next I'm going to highlight my brow bone using this one here from the Wet n Wild. This one isn't too pigmented. It's not bad. I'm just gonna blend a little bit and I'll be right back. Okay, so I brushed off the powder that was under my eyes, and you can see nice straight line from the corner of my eye to my eyebrow, and that's what the eyes look like. And so yeah, I like it. I'm gonna go ahead and put on liner and lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, lashes are on, eyes are done. I took a little bit of this green Hyde Park from the Londoner palette and blew out the bottom lash line. I did my bronzer, my contour, my bronzer, my highlighter. I forgot my highlighter. Hold on a second. Hold on now. Hold on. I forget highlighter. No. So I'm going in with my good old faithful. Drop the brush. And I'm going in with this Wet n Wild Mega Glow, as always. All right, now all that's left to do is lips. I thought with this kind of gold, bronzy, smoky eye, a good nude would be appropriate. So this is MAC, and it's the shade Faux. As you can see, it's just a really pretty nude. And I'm gonna wipe it off because it looks like I mixed another color on there. Okay. This is probably one of my favorite MAC shades, because it goes with everything. So that's the MAC. And then over it, I'm going to go in with this Buxom gloss that I got. It's supposed to be lip plumping, but it's not. That's okay. It's still pretty. It's diamond. It's like a diamondy gloss. You definitely feel a tingle when you put it on, but lip plumping it does not do. And guys, setting spray, and I am done. I'm using my new Urban Decay De-Slick from my oily skin. And that's it, guys. Hope you like the look. Hope you enjoyed the video. I love making videos, so I hope you guys love watching them as much as I love making them. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.